Hey everybody, Toaster here. Got another ace tanker for you, this time in the Easy 8. I'm platooned with Combat Ineffective. He's in his Dicker Max. He wasn't feeling very good at this point in time, and so he's playing kind of a slow TD, gonna kind of play base support, whereas I want to be aggressive because I am going after the ace tanker. He had wanted to see an ace tanker in this. I've three marked this tank, so I really do like it, and I feel like I should be able to ace it fairly easily. I think it took me about 10 games to get this aced once again. So I got a lot of first classes, but no aces. So I will be firing a bit of premium in this, I believe, because I am trying to ace it. So let's go ahead and get the replay started, and we'll move on from there. Of course, I'm going to go up into the B2 area like I always do in my mediums and just look for people that are making mistakes. That's generally the best way to play. Try and get some damage. I do die in this match, but it's because I am trying to get the ace, and so I'm being reckless towards the end of the game. But as you can see, Combat's in his Dicker Max going up kind of into the classic sniping area. And I was explaining to him, he's probably hoping nobody will come up to this corner because then he can get free shots. But nevertheless, that doesn't happen. We send a lot up here, which actually for the team is a good idea. That Thunderbolt I felt like actually played pretty well in this game. He's kind of my opposite number in this game, and our T-34 decides to go for it, not knowing what's there, but nevertheless. So we're in our position, we're kind of ready to start firing on enemies, and we're just being somewhat careful and definitely watching our teammates, because down in these lower tiers, your teammates will block you, they'll do all kinds of stuff. I don't think on purpose, but they will make your life hard sometimes. So there's an old man reaction there. And this P-43 does alright too. He gets some damage into me. But I noticed that this thing has excellent gun depression. I noticed that they're starting to push across, and that's exactly what I want. We're able to track this guy and get some damage, or someone else maybe tracked him. But we get some nice shots into him, and we're up to 400 damage. The alpha on this is pretty low, and we're able to pick up a kill there on a guy that's on fire. Kind of snagged a kill, but nothing else to shoot at right yet anyway. So that was a nice shot into the cupola by the P-43. And the low alpha combined with the low penetration. The pen here is extremely low. It's 128 on a tier 6. So, but it does have fearsome DPM. So we notice this, this, I don't know why this KV2 is crossing, but I was trying to track him, but because of the low penetration and low caliber, we're not able to do that. But we do get a couple of shots into him as he crosses, and we're getting ready to actually move forward at this point. And I missed the track shot. It's hard to tell exactly where the rocks end, and so sometimes I miss shots. Then this T-34S gets a little too brave, and we're able to take him out. So I don't want to do what the Panzer IV-H is doing, because I know for a fact there's got to be light tanks or tank destroyers back there. And we take a hit here, and I know that I can shoot him twice for it, but then he hits me again. So we're just waiting for someone else to take that hit so we can go ahead and get a free shot. And we'll let the rest of the team push that way while they're lit. I don't plan on doing that. I'd rather go shoot at this OI experimental that has been down in the cap since the start of the game. looking for some free shots. And we see this 60 GFT, so may as well throw a shot into him, see if it lands, and it does. So we're up to 1300 damage. We're doing alright. But I don't know what this OI Experimental's thinking, but he does try and get around the side, and I eat a nice big shot from an SU-85. So I know there's a 60 GFT fairly close. I'm hoping that he's looking at the heavy tank number 6, and my guess is that he is. And we pull around a little more than we have to, and we just auto aim on him, and we're able to take him out. So that puts us up at 1800 damage, and there's only 2 guys left, a Hummel and that other SU-85 that put some damage into me. Now the turret on this thing's actually pretty good. So the hull is actually quite weak, but the turret is actually very good, and it's American, so it's got great gun depression, and we are going to try and use that. But you notice I got 3 guys in cap right now, and I'm thinking they're going to cap out in a very short period of time. So I'm just coming up here to try and get some damage. I probably should have loaded gold, because that SU-85, sadly the pen on this thing is not enough to deal with that. So and I think I'm hitting the ground, quite honestly, and we poke up one too many times, but the game is won now, so it's not that big of a deal. And now somebody pulls out a cap, so I don't understand, but we do pick up 73 assist for that. So of course I'm just watching my platoon mate, who didn't have the greatest game, but he's sick, so whatever, that's fine. And we'll just fast forward this, and I think that's it. I hit the wrong button, sorry folks, but let's go ahead and go to the after action report. We'll take a look at how we did. Okay, here we are at the after action report. Of course, we got an ace tanker, as I mentioned, and a high caliber, and you have to hit a lot of shots in order to do that. Basically, in this tank, you've got to hit, I don't even know how many shots I hit, but it was a lot, because it has low alpha, as you know. We ended up on top with 1859 damage, 4 kills, 1048 base XP, which seems kind of low actually to ace a tank, but nevertheless, we shot 29 shots, 22 hits, 18 pens. That kind of comes down to that low penetration, and we did 361 to players assistance. So in comparing that to yesterday's video on the Type 64, where you have to get 4,000 combined really to get an ace, it's much easier to ace this. So we ended up receiving 15,000 credits. It's not a great credit earner, but it's also down to, you do need to fire some premium rounds in this thing. So appreciate you watching. We hope to catch you next time, and as always, I will put in the description my email if you want to send in an ace tanker for me to review, or if you've got, I've also got my list of tanks down at the bottom, so that if you would like to see me ace something, please let me know, and we will go from there. You have a great week, and talk to you next time.